Hi, I'm Doug Lasher from the Charter Yes Campaign Committee. I'd like to talk to you today about the six amendments that we're going to be having on the November 22nd ballot. To give you a little bit background, the County Charter Review Commission, whose members were elected by the voters in 2020 to serve for 1 year only, had presented to the voters 13 proposed county charter amendments, 7 for 2021 and 6 for 2022. Why the six changes to the charter? The changes will strengthen our county government by focusing on governance rather than the politics and political power. The changes will provide more accountability, transparency, efficiency, effectiveness, and checks and balances between elected officials. The first amendment is the amendment to authorize the county auditor in the administration of elections to implement ranked choice voting for nonpartisan county official positions only. Only county positions. Why ranked choice voting for county elected officials? It reduces election costs by eliminating the top two primary, sets the environment to focus on the qualities of the person filing for the position, ensures that a majority of voters favor a candidate, an elected official knows that they have the backing of the majority of voters, strengthens the voters' vote. The second amendment, proposed amendment, is requiring the county council during the appointment process in hiring a new county manager, and this could be done as soon as there is announcement of a vacancy, to consult in a public meeting with the county executive elected officials. Why have the elected officials consult with the councilors? One, it improves the communication and transparency by requiring county council to consult with the county executive elected officials in an open public meeting before selecting a new county manager. It is extremely important to break down the communication silos by having a public forum to discuss the qualities and skill sets necessary for the county council's consideration in appointing a new county manager position, as all the elected officials work very closely every day with the county manager. Having a skilled county manager will help meet the needs of the executive offices and will foster better communication between elected officials for a more successful outcome for everyone. The next amendment, the third amendment, is adding a preamble to the charter. The charter, when it was first adopted in 2014, did not have a preamble, and so they wanted to wait until there was a charter review commission had more time to prepare a preamble. A preamble provides a brief description of the purpose of the county government. It introduces for the reader the county charter, and its preamble is based on the state constitution and laws. So there's nothing in there that isn't already required that the county needs to do. The next amendment is on adding a vacancy section to the charter in event an elected county official position becomes vacant. There is currently no section in the county charter that describes when a position is vacant, how to fill it. So why is it the need for an elected official vacancy article in the charter? Again, right now we use the state laws to perform that function. But in the county charter, because there's no article or section in the current county charter that describes when a nonpartisan elected office becomes vacant and how a position is temporarily filled internally until the next general election. This resolution provides for a secure, efficient, and timely leadership transition in order to maintain continuity of operations in an elected public office. The proposed amendment would help minimize any disruption to office operations, including contractual financial obligations and services to the public during a campaign election period to fill a vacant elected office. Having a knowledgeable, skilled, and experienced person managing a complex office is critical during a leadership change. The resolution, or the proposed amendment, also creates an open public process when filling a county councilor position, similar to how cities fill city council positions. Under current state law, which is a closed process, only county council chair determines the 3 names to be presented to the council for their action to fill a county elected official vacancy. This proposed resolution is about promoting efficient and effective public governance and not about the use of political power and control, which ultimately creates a disruptive politics and a disruptive county government. The next amendment proposed is to change the initiative referendum signature percentage requirement from 10% to 8% and allows for the transfer of signatures from the initiative process to the mini-initiative process. Why the need for the initiative and referendum signature requirements? Because population growth in Clark County, the number of signatures required for a petition automatically changes in the required signatures formula. 2, it's extremely difficult to obtain signatures through a petition process. The process requires a large, well-organized and financed effort to conduct an intensive petition drive in 120 days. The initiative referendum article in the charter presents a false expectation that the citizens can realistically use the initiative or referendum process to effect change. Changing the signature rate from 10% to 8% of the total votes cast for governor will keep Clark County in the middle between the smaller and larger counties. Because the initiative process can be difficult to achieve, there is a need to have an option to use the mini-initiative process. The amendment allows the petitioner the option to go from the initiative process, which is a much larger process, to a mini-initiative process, which requires fewer signatures and standardize the signature gathering time to 120 days. Currently, if the current charter, it requires 27,189 signatures. With the change, it drops it down to 21,752 signatures. And for a mini-initiative, it's only 3,000 signatures. The next amendment that's being proposed, and the last one, is the establishment of a diversity and inclusion officer position and a new diversity and inclusion advisory commission. Why should there be a diversity officer position in the county? Well, we used to have one. It is a common business practice both in the private and public sector to have a diversity officer. Ours was cut in a budget cut a number of years ago. Helps the county office departments develop future hires, helps develop a county workforce that reflects the community, helps provide workforce awareness and sensitivity in serving the public, and it helps reduce liability costs as the county has paid out in a number of lawsuits. Those are the 6 amendments that will be on the ballot. And if you have any further questions, you could go to the yescharter.org website or the county website, which will be under the Charter Commission. And also you can go to the Elections Department and look at their electronic version of the voters pamphlet, and you'll see the exact wording of the amendments. Thank you.